All right, we are live. Shakopee Ice Arena. You got your Shakopee Sabres going against the Prior Lake Lakers. District 6 matchup. Shakopee had a tough one yesterday with Eden Prairie. Ended up losing the game 3-1 with an empty net goal for Eden Prairie. Close battle most of the entire game until Eden Prairie broke the 1-1 tie late in the third. So we got a doubleheader weekend for the Sabres. All right. Looks like we're going to have the Marco, Dom, Ian line. Your forwards with Schmitz and Wagner on D to start. All right, let's play hockey. Face off won by Shakopee. Back, Schmitz tried to rush it up in the zone, lost possession of it. And they throw a cross-ice pass. Good stick by Ian to disrupt the play. Kind of a lot of play sitting in the neutral zone here. Eagles cross-ice pass, not able to connect on it. A great pressure by Dom. Ian tries to get it down low. Prior Lake's able to gain possession of it. They chip it down the ice, but Wagner's going to chip it right back. And then they try to go deep, but Wagner puts it back to Schmitz, who's going to feed it up to Dom, Ian there, who got hit from behind right as he had the puck. Schmitz is able to get the puck out. Shakopee, again, another bouncy puck again. This happened to us Shakopee yesterday. They were struggling to keep possession of the puck, and the puck kept bouncing over sticks. But Prior Lake keeps pressure on, keeps it in the zone. And now they've got a few guys just battling for position on the sidewall. Puck gets out. Schmitz battled with him. He gets around him on the corner. Skates behind the net. A good stick by Wagner to poke check the puck out. Schmitz is going to have it. He's going to stop, regroup. He feeds the puck up to Hema, who had a little rush, but he got poke check from behind. Prior Lake quickly turns it right back up ice. And we're going to have a potential hooking penalty. There's going to be a hooking penalty on number 91, Easton Hema. A little drop pass by Prior Lake to a defenseman who made a great first move and was going to have a good shot opportunity. But Hema held him up from shooting, but obviously with the hooking penalty. All right, I think they called the penalty on the wrong kid. It was on 91, but they're going to put Blake Lancette in the box. Or, excuse me, Caden Hensley's going to go to the box. All right, well, Prior Lake's going to go on the power play. We're going to have a mouth guard situation. All right, we'll get started here. We got 4 killers on the ice for Shakopee. Gabrick out there with Scott. And then we got Marco Lancette with Schmieg. Shot from the point. Van pushed it to the side. Prior Lake has it behind the goal line. There's 3 of them down there. He tries to rush in on net. Bouncy puck in front. Van's able to get the puck out of there. Schmieg's able to put it off the glass, so this is not going to come down to icing. They're going to let this play out. He tries a cross-ice pass. Goes off the wall. Coming in with speed. Schmieg with good body, but Prior Lake's right there. Goes behind the net. He settles. Throws it in the corner. They chip it up to the top. He keeps it in with his hand. Great play by Prior Lake to use his hand to keep it in. Looks like that was Joey Volp for Prior Lake. Shot it right off the shin pads of Lancette up in the net. We got a whistle. 1:10 to go on this penalty kill for Shakopee. Emma O'Neill come on out. We still got the same Schmieg and Lancet on D. Prior Lake wins the draw. They get it up. They throw it in the corner, but O'Neill gets it or tries to chip it out of the zone off the wall. Prior Lake holds it in the zone. They go a cross-ice pass down the corner. Schmieg on the pressure. They take their time, get it up top. He's going to shoot from the point. Great save by Van right away. Another great save for Van. He fans on it. Shakopee's going to get it out. O'Neill tries to chip it to himself, but Prior Lake does regain possession. They're looking to chip it in with speed, and they're going to have an offsides. Lancet comes off. Wagner is on with Malmberg on D, and O'Neill Hema still out there. 35 seconds to go in the kill. Another mouth guard, and Wagner is going to get booted off. Looks like Schmitz puts his mouth guard in as he comes out. So Schmitz is going to come in for Wagner. And now we'll have a draw. Draw just kind of out front. Shakopee gains, or Prior Lake gains possession of it, but good stick by O'Neill. Forces him to have to regroup. He's going to try to come in with speed. Good pass. He's going to try to feed him back door. Great pass, but it just went wide of the net. Malmberg trying to battle in the corner. They go behind the net. They're going to put it out top. Passes back. Good movement by Prior Lake. Shot way over the net. Van's right there to corral it. He freezes it. 3 seconds to go on the kill. Yeah, Tamsin. All right, Schmitz and Malmberg still out there. Looks like they brought Fitzgerald and Anderson out. Prior Lake wins it. They're going to shoot from the point wide of the net. We're going to have 5-on-5 hockey. Shakopee's get their kill it out. Schmitz gets it and he chips it out of the zone, but great play by Prior Lake to hand it out. But it's going to come all the way down. He's going to have to play it. He chips it out. Gabriel's going to get to a fleet out front to Anderson, who just was not able to get a backhand on it. Fitzgerald gets it, puts it back to Schmitz. He puts it in Malmberg's feet. He tries to chip it around. Schmitz is going to get to it in the corner. He gets around him. He chips it up to Fitzgerald. He's going to give it right back to Schmitz, but he is not able to keep possession of the puck. Two Shakopee guys kind of run into each other there. It's a lot of inerrant passes by both teams, kind of putting pucks in the wrong spot. Both teams going to get a shot. Shakopee happy to kind of just get the puck out of the zone there. They're going to switch out 3 skaters. Gabriel and Fitzgerald are still out there. Fitz with a good pressure. Gabriel's going to come in, try to throw it up front. Tough angled shot. Goalie pushed it aside. Dom tries to pinch it, but great play by Prior Lake. He's going to come down. Good stick from behind by Fitzgerald. We'll have an offsides. Bodine's last game. Bodine's last game for you guys.
We'll see. I'm a dad.
Oh, there we go.
We play together for Southside.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have a face-off. Dom, Marco, Ian, Hensley, and Schmieg on D. And they're going to be no call there. He kind of went high on there, but puck gets out of the zone. Ian and Dom on the pressure. Dom intercepts it, passes up to Ian. Ian's going to make a move and a shot. He scores! Great turnover and pressure by Shakopee. Ian started out with pressure and he gets it out. Dom intercepts the pass. Dom has a nice saucer pass out front to Ian, who's able to make a nice move on the goalie and bury the puck. It's going to be 1-0 Shakopee. Great defense turned into offense for a goal for Shakopee. Scott, Hema, and O'Neill, your forwards. Hensley and Schmeek still out there. Prior Lake wins the draw. They push it back to the D, and good pressure by Scott to create a turnover in the neutral zone. But Prior Lake does get it back. Emma tries to get it over to O'Neill. O'Neill's going to rush in the zone, try to go through him, but great defense. Bodied him up and got him right off the puck. And here comes Prior Lake on a 3-on-2. Schmeek tries to body the play, and then Hensley comes up for a body. Shakopee's able to, O'Neill try to get it out of the zone, but went right back up to the point. Good stick there by 91 Hema. Now they're battling in the corner. Schmeek comes to help. Schmeek's able to get the puck, but he pushes it out. Prior Lake's going to get to it first. And then we're going to have a tripping penalty right there on Prior Lake. Kind of just battling behind the net. Both teams are trying to just gain possession and figure something out. And then after going back and forth, Hema had the puck and got tripped. And we will have the first power play for Shakopee. Number 2 is going to go in the box for Prior Lake. O'Neill, Scott, Hema, Lancette, and Hensley. Shakopee wins the draw, gets it out to the point to Scott. Scott's going to walk middle, see what he has for options. He throws it back to Hema, who's going to step up from the... He just shoots it wide of the net. Scott's able to keep it up top. He's going to pass over to Hema. He's going to take his time. He's going to go low to Hensley. Hensley, look what he's got. Back up to Hema on the sidewall. Goes to Scott up top. Lancette tries to go low. They feed to Hema. He's going to get shots. Going to get deflected. Tough angle shot there by Hensley, and the goalie is able to make a great save. But Shakopee keeps it in the zone. Lancette gets it up to Scott. Shakopee's very high in the power play here. O'Neill skates around. He gets a shot. Gets deflected. Goes off the sidewall. Lancette has it. Goes back low to Hensley. Hensley goes off the wall to Hema. Hema's going to shoot from top. Gets deflected by O'Neill's stick. Shakopee's doing a good job keeping possession of the puck. Not a lot of scoring opportunities, but they're keeping possession. Prior Lake gains possession behind. He tries to ring it all the way around. Hema's going to be able to not get there in time. It's out of the zone. They're going to have to regroup. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Hema tries to go through it himself. Puck comes out to Lancette. He had an opportunity to shoot, but he decided to skate around, try to get reset. He walks it in on the dot. He tries to get a tip play to O'Neill, just not able to connect. Scott puts it down low. I try to flee middle, and there's going to be an icing. Try to get O'Neill in the slot there, and the puck just got through. Prior Lake had a good stick and was able to get it out and ice it. They're able to change out 4. Shakopee changes out 5 themselves. Gabriel, Fitzgerald, Anderson out here with Malmberg and Schmeek. 27 seconds to go on the power play. Shakopee wins the draw. Schmeek has it. He's going to feed it over to Malmberg. He goes back up top to Schmeek. He tries to rush in, but he had a bouncy puck. Gabriel's going to shot with the puck loose out front. 2 great saves. But Gabriel's able to finish it and get a goal for Shakopee. Shakopee just kept peppering in front. I got about 2 or 3 shots there, and Gabriel was able to put it in the net. Just kind of rushing in and keeping the shots on net. So it's a 2-0 game, Shakopee. 7:18 to go in the first period. Shots are even 5-5. Shakopee wins the draw. Malmberg has it. Takes his time. Sees what he has. Waits a little too long, and Prior Lake gets a turnover. Throws it out front, and he misses on the shot opportunity. Schmeek over to Malmberg. He's going to try to chip it out to Anderson. He does. Anderson takes his time. Great pressure by Prior Lake, and he's able to just force a Shakopee to have to completely regroup. Schmeek's going to rush. Going to get it to the red line and dump it in, and the forecheck for Shakopee's on. Anderson's puck's played by the goalie. Nice play by him. Able to allow Prior Lake to gain possession. Anderson's able to steal the puck. Great D tries to rush through, but Fitzgerald gets there. Schmitz tries to pinch. Puck comes up. Great D by Marco. Bodied him off the puck. Shakopee is going to get it. Yep, and they're going to have an icing call. 6:16 to go. We got Marco, Ian, and Dom with Schmitz and Wagner. Marco on the draw. Battle for the puck. It does come out. Dom is able to get it. He does get it out of the zone. Tries to fleet Ian there, and they're going to have another rush. McGuire stops. Tries to regain possession of it. Goes cross ice over to Schmitz, but it'll get tipped up. Schmitz and Wagner on the skate. Wagner's going to get to it first. He's going to skate behind the net. Stop. Goes back to Schmitz. Ew, he tries to feed it up to Dom, but he just got it stuck in the skates. But the puck did get through. Dom feeds up to Marco off his foot. He's going to battle for the corner. And Prior Lake wraps it all the way around. Wagner's going to get to it and get a shot. He hits Ian, who is trying to get out of the way. Puck comes out of the zone. Williamson has it up top. He tries to feed Ian, who's going off, but then Schmitz is going to come in and dump it. We're going to have a 3 people change for Shakopee. Dom and Wagner still out there. Ian on the rush with O'Neill. They intercept the pass. O'Neill try to chip it down to himself to get around, but good body by Prior Lake. Dom hits it off the skate. Shakopee's going to keep in the zone. They're going to keep the forecheck on. O'Neill gets bodied off the puck, and then looks like Prior Lake's going to rush it all the way up themselves. O'Neill with the great pressure. Game's going to get a little physical here, but then Hensley's going to come down and try to body him. He gets through, and he's able to get the puck hit away. He went for the body, but his stick actually got the puck out. Prior Lake's going to rush in. They're going to get a shot just wide of the net. Prior Lake they're going to call offsides there. It's kind of hard to call that one. The puck was just kind of going around, and both teams are looking to body each other more than go for the puck. But we'll have a stoppage with the whistle. Neutral zone face-off for Prior Lake. Prior Lake wins the draw. Taking their time in the neutral zone, but intercepted by Scott. Scott's going to rush. He's on his own. He's kind of waiting for teammates. He tries to go back up front, but he loses the puck. They're going to try to feed middle there. Hensley with good stick, good body positioning there. And could be called, there's nothing called there, but Hensley and the Prior Lake guy were bodying each other well after the play. Feeds it in the middle. Gets tipped out front, but it gets pushed aside. Prior Lake gains possession. They're cycling. He's going to try to get his own shot, but it gets tipped up in the air by Scott's stick. Tam was there to glove it. Had a little scrum behind after the play. No penalties. Refs are there. They let a little bit of that go, and then we'll have 10 new skaters on the ice. We got 3:51 to go in the first period. Refs are chatting a little bit about the play. See what they're going to call. They're going to talk to the benches. We're going to see if they're going to have coincidental penalties. Okay. I was assuming we were going to have coincidental, but they're talking to Shakopee about us going in the box, so we'll see what they're going to call. All right, no penalty, just a conversation. I don't know if we're getting a warning or what, but 5-on-5 hockey. Gabrick, Anderson, Fitzgerald with Malmberg and Schmieg. Ooh, a little face-off play right there. They're trying to feed it there, but Fitzgerald was right there to take that play away. No shot opportunity. Schmieg's able to get the great play by Schmieg getting the turnover there. He tried to saucer it up to Anderson, which was going to be on a rush, but it's a good stick by Prior Lake. Fitzgerald or Gabrick had the puck, tried to drop pass to Anderson, just wasn't able to connect. Shakopee Prior Lake's just trying to tip middle there to the center there. But Schmieg there, Malmberg's got to get to it. He does. He's going to go up the middle to Anderson. Malmberg just not able to catch the pass there. It's going to be tipped in by Prior Lake, so this will be, they'll let this go. They ring it around. Anderson's going to get to it first. Fitzgerald there to help. Now we got a scrum on the sidewall. Gabrick's drop past it again, right back to Prior Lake. Drop pass to Anderson. He's going to get a shot. Great save by the goalie. Another scrum up front, but Prior Lake's able to get the puck out. Prior Lake's going to be changing a few. He's going to change and flee it up to Anderson. He's going to have a rush by himself. He's going to get a shot. Broke his stick on the play. He's going to come off the ice. Marco on the pressure. It gets out to Dom, and Dom gets bodied off the puck. Good play by Prior Lake. Marco on the pressure. He's going to try to chip it out. Wagner's right there with Ian. Good pressure by Shakopee whenever on the sidewall. He puts it up to Schmitty. Schmitz is going to skate in. He's going to chip it in the zone, stay with the play with Dom. Dom just battling on the sidewall there. Two Shakopee guys. Puck is going to get it in, but on net, but then Prior Lake tries to fleet it up. Schmitz is going to get a shot. Gets tipped off the wall by Marco. 1:50 to go in the period. Shakopee doing a great job keeping zone time. Battling behind the net. Great pressure by Shakopee. Prior Lake's going to try to come out with it. Going to try to feed middle. Try to feed up again. He's going to have a shot. He's going to go back up to Wagner. He's going to shoot from the point. It's tipped, and it's a goal! Wagner with the shot. Tipped by number 7, Ian McGuire. Just relentless pressure by this McGuire, William Schwinn, and Marco line. Looks like just great pressure, keeping on, not letting Prior Lake out of the zone, and it created a scoring opportunity. Dom with the heads-up play. He had a chance to shoot backhand. He put it out top to Wagner, who rifled it in, and Ian got a tip on it. 3-0 Shakopee to go. 1:32 to go in the first period. Scott, Hema, O'Neill. We got Lancet with Hensley on this one. Prior Lake's going to win the draw. He's going to try to skate it in, being pressured by O'Neill. Pressure in the corner. They try to feed it out front for a scoring opportunity. He just wasn't able to get a good shot on it. Goes in, Lancet skates. They got good pressure by Prior Lake. They're able to turn us over right behind the net out front. But O'Neill's got it, and he misses on the puck. But now Scott's going to have it with speed. Scott tries to make his own move, but great defensive play. Got him off the puck, and Prior Lake chips it up. Back to Hensley. Hensley gets bodied, but then it's going to give Prior Lake a scoring opportunity. He's going to rush in on net. Great glove by Van. Tam. Sorry. Hensley on the rush. Makes a move by himself. Gets it chipped over to O'Neill's stick, but then it pops out. Hensley tries to go cross ice over to Scott. Prior Lake turns it over. We got 25 seconds to go. Hensley's able to make a great play with it. He keeps it himself. Great hustle by Caden Hensley. Loses the puck. Now just battling for the puck in the neutral zone. It's been a long shift for both of them. They're getting tired. They chip it back, and Shakopee's just going to run the clock out. That'll be the end of the first period. 3-0 Shakopee. Great first period. Shakopee's put on a lot of pressure and has created their own offense based on just hustle plays by them, their defense, creating turnovers and extra chances. I'll get ready to start the second period. Van has played well in net. This is 2 games in a row. Shakopee's goaltending has played amazing. He's had a couple, Farley's had a couple good scoring opportunities that he's been able to save and just eliminate their scoring opportunities. All right, starting the second period. Fitzgerald, Gabrick, Anderson, Schmeek, and Hensley. So Hensley's able to grab the puck off the faceoff and get a shot. It's going to get pushed aside off the wall, but Shakopee keeps the pressure on. Farley's going to try to fleet him, the center going here. Farley's coming with speed. We're going to have a 2-on-2 opportunity. He drop passes it, just misses him. Schmeek with the body, and the Shakopee's able to chip it out. Anderson's going to feed it to Fitzgerald. He's just not able to stay on the stick with great pressure by Gabrick. Bodine drop passes it. Gabrick there with the pressure. They're going to get up to Schmeek. He's going to get a shot. Gets blocker to side. Fitzgerald goes back to Hensley. He makes a great move to start. Goes back down to Fitzgerald low. It's going to feed Anderson in the middle. It gets shot, but it goes off a shin pad and goes wide. Schmeek gets to it first, dumps it low. Anderson and Gabrick are there. Hensley's going to pinch and step up with Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald goes down. And Hensley looks hurt. He's going to skate off the ice, and here comes Farley. Schmeek playing D. Bodies him, but he stays with the puck. He tries to feed him. Goes on the point. Great block shot by Wyatt Gabrick, and he's down. He steps up to wear a shot, and he got it off the skate because he's trying to limp off the ice here. Anderson's going to go to the sidewall, and he's going to try to go the wraparound. He's going to throw it up front, but it goes off a shin pad. Puck comes out of the zone. Markle there with the pressure. Couple of changes here by Shakopee. He feeds it down low. It goes behind. Markle's going to get to it first. He's going to skate it up himself. Try to chip it to Ian, who was just turned the wrong way. There's going to be a penalty on Shakopee, which I don't know if I agree with the penalty. Prior Lake was holding the stick the whole way into the boards, but we're going to have a 6-5 delayed penalty. Prior Lake is patient, tries to set it up. And I guess there's going to be a penalty there. That was a tough one. It looked like Ian's stick was caught in his shoulder, but the Prior Lake guy was holding the stick, and bird's eye view, it looks like it. The ref's going to call that every time. Shakopee's going to go on the kill. This will be the second power play for Prior Lake. They were 0 for 1 on the first one. Penalty killers for Shakopee. Schmitz, Wagner, O'Neill, and Scott. Face-off won by Prior Lake. They have it up top, taking their time. O'Neill's going to over-pursue and pressure. It's going to give an opportunity. Van, great save. O'Neill pressured up top and allowed Prior Lake to walk right in the zone and get a good scoring opportunity. But pressure by Shakopee turns him over in the neutral zone. They pass back to Wagner. Wagner's going to throw it out front right in front of the goalie. A dangerous pass there. Shakopee's just trying to take their time. Scott with a good flick out of the zone. O'Neill's going to pressure. They ring it around. Prior Lake's going to try to get set up. Pressure again by O'Neill. Great play. Schmitz is, he needed to get it low, and he just lost in the neutral zone. try to chip it out again, but Prior Lake, relentless, keeping that puck in the zone. He's going to get a shot from out top. Shakopee had 3 chances to get the puck out of the zone and could not. It was too weak of tosses to get out of the zone, and Prior Lake kept it in the zone and created a wide open shot from the top of the slot, and great shot. It's a goal for Prior Lake. It's 3-1, 12 minutes to go in the second period. Little mixture of lines here. Malmberg is going to get it in. Great stick save. We got Fitzgerald, Hema, and Anderson. Shot goes low. I'm guessing Gabrick's taking a shift or 2 off after taking a stick right to the, or a puck to the skate, I believe is what he had on that last block shot. Prior Lake's trying to get set up here. They're going back behind the net a few times with the 2 defensemen, but Shakopee's pressure turns them over. Prior Lake tries to go off the wall. They try to feed it up. Good job by Malmberg. He tries to feed it middle. It's intercepted by Prior Lake. Shakopee just, they got to get that puck out of the zone. They're getting too cute right in front of that blue line there. And all right, a couple bodies on the ground here. Fitzgerald steps up. Malmberg's going to get to it first. He throws it back behind to Lancette, who chips it over. Fitzgerald and Hemmon are kind of waiting to see who's going to go for the puck, and Prior Lake gets to it. We're going to need to get a change on the ice here. Prior Lake gains possession. We got some tired skaters out here. He's going to shoot from the point. Great save by Van. Makes the first save, but the rebound. Goal for Prior Lake. 2 possessions in a row. Shakopee cannot clear the puck out of the zone, and Prior Lake has taken advantage and scored a goal on both of them. It's 3-2 now. Prior Lake has crawled right back into the game. Anderson, Fitzgerald, and it looks like Gabrick's back in. Prior Lake wins the draw. Their defenseman's going to rush it up and himself into zone. Just walks it right in. Gets a great shot, but it gets gloved. Oh, we're going to have an interference on Prior Lake. Got a delayed penalty. Shakopee's going to need to take their time. Anderson's going to rush it up. He feeds it over to Fitzgerald. He's going to throw it out front. No one there. And they're going to touch it, and then they're going to have an ice. The shot got deflected up in the air, and while it was up in the air, Prior Lake player hit a Shakopee guy with no one there, so looks like they called a hold. All right, Shakopee's going to go on the power play. McGuire, Marco, and Dom out there with Wagner Schmitz. My apologies on our 3rd goal. I said it was Ian that scored. Marco was the one that tipped it in. I saw 7. Marco's 2-7 earlier. So here we go on the power play. Prior Lake wins the draw. They go behind the net. They're able to create a little rush, and they do. Schmitz is right there, gets a stick on it. Tries to chip it out, and again, Prior Lake keeps the puck in the zone. Dom's going to get to it. He's going to put it over to Schmitz behind the net. He waits for the team to regroup. He lets Dom carry it behind with speed, but Dom loses the puck in the neutral zone, and Prior Lake puts it deep. Schmitz going to get to it first. He stops. He passes to Dom. Dom's going to skate it up. Shakopee's coming in with speed, and great poke check with Prior Lake, and they chip it right back out of the zone again. All right, 1:13 to go on the power play. $1:13 to go on the power play. Top line back out here with Hema, O'Neill, Scott, Lancette, and Hensley. Shakopee wins the draw. O'Neill has it up top to Hensley. He's going to take his time, fleet it out over to Lancette. He's going to stop up front. Great pressure by Prior Lake forced us to get rid of the puck. Takes a weird bounce off the glass. Shakopee keeps possession of it. Scott on top. They're throwing it in his sticks. Just the communication just seems off right now. The last few possessions here in Shakopee. Puck gets down low. Scott's going to get to it. 45 seconds to go on the power play. That's going to have it with speed. He's going to go up the sidewall. He's going to get all the way in. He's going to go behind. He's going to stop. Shokapee's going to get set up. They feed it up top. Scott has it. Walks middle. Over to him on top. He gets a shot off a shin pad. Block shot by Prior Lake. And he's going to ice it. All right, Gabrick, Anderson, Fitzgerald with Malmberg and Schmieg. Gabrick's going to be on the draw. Another mouth guard violation here. Anderson's going to get booted off. It's going to put Dom on the ice. Shakopee wins the draw. Malmberg gets it over to Schmieg. He's going to walk in and get a shot. He's just wide of the net. Goes in the corner. Fitzgerald with the pressure. Gabrick gets to it. Drops it back to Fitzgerald. Who drops it back to Malmberg. 5 seconds to go. He's going to feed it over to Schmieg. Up top. The Malmberg is going to shoot way high. Gets deflected. But goes in the corner. We had a high stick on Shakopee. That's why we weren't looking to touch the puck. So that's going to bring the face-off all the way down in our defensive zone. Anderson got the mouth guard in. He's back on the ice. All right, a little conversation with the ref from Prior Lake. All right, whistle blown. Here we go. Gabrick on the draw. Prior Lake wins the draw. They have it up top. They dump it in the corner. Gabrick lost his stick. He must have broke it. He's coming off the ice. Marco comes on for Gabrick. Anderson battling with it in the corner. He's going to chip it up to Fitzgerald. It just bounces over his stick. Shokapee's going to get through. Marco's going to get the puck. He's going to try to middle. Feeds up to Malmberg, just not on his stick. But he's still going to get a shot off. Puck comes out. Schmieg gets down low. He throws it around the corner, and Anderson's going to get to it first. He's going to try to go low, but no one's down there, and Prior Lake gets the puck. They're going to go all the way around themselves. They're going to try to chip it up, and still the pressure by Shakopee, keeping the puck in the zone. It's been kind of the name of the game by both teams. Malmberg's going to get to it. He's going to drop past it and just Prior Lake an opportunity, but Schmieg's able to get to it. Schmieg goes back to Malmberg. He has the puck, waiting to make a play. Throws it across ice to Schmieg, who's going to rush up himself. Oh, no penalty called there. Pressure by Shakopee here as they're able to change. Marco battling. All of his other teammates come into play. Now McGuire is going to come help. Ian gets bodied off it, and then here comes Prior Lake. Good job just walking up the middle himself. He's going to drop past there. They're going to feed across ice. Schmitz is going to get to the puck. He's going to decide to feed it up to McGuire. Oh, McGuire loses the puck. Been a lot of pucks just kind of going through each other's feet while they're having it. McGuire had a good opportunity to rush in the zone with Marco and just fumbled the puck. It went through his legs and all right, we are going to have McGuire with Hema and Scott, Schmitz and Wagner. Shakopee wins the draw. Ian has it. Ian's going to dump it in low, and the forecheck's on. But Prior Lake's able to get the puck out. Schmitz sticks it down, but then as he chips it out, turnover in the neutral zone by Hema. McGuire's going to get to his speed. He feeds it across to Marco, but great defense by Prior Lakes. Able to get a stick on it. Good body by Hema. Battle in the corner. McGuire and Hema there. Puck's on the ground there. Prior Lakes taking his time getting up, but the puck's just battle in the corner. He's going to ring it all the way around. Schmitz is going to pinch. Oh, and Schmitz got hurt there. Now he's going to come off the ice. Prior Lakes rushing in. McGuire is going to ice it. All right, we're going to have a face-off in the defensive zone. 5:25 to go in the second period. Gabrick, Anderson, Fitzgerald. Gabrick on the draw. Shakopee's able to get possession of it. Hensley feeds it up to Anderson. He's going to get it in the ice. He throws it up front to Fitzgerald, who's right there to try to make a play. Just not able to get a stick on it, and it went through. But Shakopee gets possession. Lancett's going to rush himself. He makes a move. You got three guys all putting sticks on him, but Gabrick gets to it. He tries to dump it down low. No one there, but then Anderson came back. Lancett's going to pinch and try to throw it down in the corner. He chips it out, but Hensley is there. Gets bodied. He feeds it in the middle. Taking a shot by Anderson, but he just a flutter pass. Goal for Wyatt Gabrick. Anderson had a shot in the slot, and he just didn't get a good shot on it. It was kind of a changeup that came in, and then the goalie was able to make the save, but the puck was just floating in the crease, and Gabrick was able to swing a stick and put it in the net. 4-2 Shakopee, 4:44 to go, second period. Ian, Marco, and Dom on the ice with Malmberg and Schmieg. Prior Lake won the face-off, but Shakopee turned him over in the neutral zone. Battling the puck there by Marco to keep it in the zone. McGuire there pressuring with Dom. This line has been putting the pressure on this game, creating opportunities, which they just did. And the shot went over the net. Great turnover by Shakopee. Dom had an opportunity to shoot it right there in the hash marks. He just put it over the net. Here comes Prior Lake. Malmberg is right there. Good stick by Malmberg. He's able to make a play. Puck sitting out front. Van right there with a great glove save. Great scoring opportunity, but right into the glove. We're going to change out the forwards. Hema, Scott, and O'Neill. Defensive zone faceoff. I'm on the draw. Shakopee wins it. Malmberg wraps it all the way around. Gets on the stick of Marco, feeds O'Neill. O'Neill gets poke checked, and Prior Lake has the puck, and they're coming in. He cuts middle. Good body by O'Neill. Gets him off the puck, and they're going to feed Scott. Scott's going to have a one-on-one opportunity. Great body by him, but Scott's going to get back to it. Tried to throw it front. Nothing there, but great defense by Prior Lake. Took every scoring opportunity away. Coming up the ice. Malmberg's going to try to body with him. He's going to cut middle. Loses it behind the net, but he gains possession. Marco in to help. Shot's going to get through, but it's going to get stopped by Van. Pushing and shoving behind the net. Whistles blow. That was kind of a dangerous one. He kind of put it up front. Van was right there to put a glove on it. New 5 skaters for Shakopee. Wagner and Schmitz with Gabrick, Fitzgerald, and Anderson. Gabrick's going to be on the draw. He wins it. Schmitz has it. He puts it around the net. Anderson over there to get to it. but Prior Lake's able to get it. Gets a shot around the corner. Prior Lake's able to keep it in the zone. They throw it on net. He gloves it in the corner. Schmitz puts it over to Gabrick, or to Wagner, but Shakopee struggling to get the puck out of the zone. Schmitz does flip it out, but Prior Lake's able to gain possession in the neutral zone. They're going to take their time, go cross ice, create an opportunity. He's going to dump it, ring it around. Schmitz gets to it and chips it up to Fitzgerald. They're battling on the sidewall. Schmitz is able to get to it. Schmitz is going to rush himself. He tries to throw it over to Anderson, but just misses the pass opportunity. Gabrick gets slashed, but there's no call on it. And here comes Prior Lake on the rush. Schmitz is going to body with him. He loses the puck, but then a shot. Another great save by Van. Don't shoot to his glove because he's going to catch it every time. Schmitz bodied him up right away. The defender lost the puck, but then a guy right behind came in, grabbed the puck, and got a great scoring opportunity. All right, 2:17 to go in the second. Marco, Ian, and Dom on the ice. Prior Lake wins the draw. Ian blocks it with his stick, and there's going to be an offside penalty. Oh, excuse me. Ian blocked it with his skate, came out of the zone. Prior Lake tried to come right back in, but they needed to still get two defenders out. Offsides penalty. We will have a neutral zone face-off. Marco wins it clean. Back to Hensley, who feeds it up to Lancet, but they get it down the zone. Prior Lake's going to get to it. They try to flee it up. Great hustle there by Marco to try to drop pass in the zone. Hensley has it. He's going to feed it up front. He was trying to feed Ian McGuire on a backdoor opportunity, but great sticks by Prior Lake to get that out. Kind of a bouncy puck as they're trying to get the puck out of the zone. And they're going to flee. They're going to have a breakaway. Great save. Glove save by Van. Got a bouncy puck there in the zone. Prior Lake had one guy flee back. They were able to feed him to get a breakaway opportunity. Again, another glove save by Van Kolowski. Schmieg, Malmberg on the ice now with O'Neill, Hema, and Scott. 1:38 to go in the second. Prior Lake comes away with possession on the draw. Good stick by Malmberg, gets out to the defenseman. He shoots from the top, gets deflected, but a great pad save. Van puts it in the corner, and Prior Lake gains possession. They try to put it out front. Puck's loose. Malmberg's able to get a stick on it, but they get a shot. He fires, and it gets tipped, and Van puts it off the side. Shakopee tries to flip it out of the zone. They do. It gets out, but then Prior Lake gets possession. He's in the zone. He looks, skates behind the net. He's still looking to skate behind the net. He throws it out front. He's going to have a scoring opportunity. Great save. Pushed off the side into the corner. Prior Lake's had some great A chances. Prior Lake keeps possession of it. He's going to throw it low. Scott's going to get it, go cross ice. Puck's out of the zone. Prior Lake's going to rush back in. They try to put it in low. Volp's going to get through. He's going to get in. Going to get a shot opportunity. It goes wide, and we'll give another penalty on Shakopee. They're getting tired. Going to have a hook on Shakopee. You can tell that possession was getting long. They were getting tired. Prior Lake did a great job not really letting us get the puck out of the zone and change our skaters. Number 11 for Prior Lake made a great move, rushed the net, was able to create a penalty on Shakopee. 22 seconds to go in the second period. Prior Lake's going to go on their third power play. Gabrick, Anderson with Wagner and Schmitz are going to be out there for the Killers for Shakopee. Draw one. Wagner tries to go off the wall, but it goes right up to the top. Prior Lake's going to get set up. He sends it in. Puck comes out. Schmitz is going to get to it. He's going to try to get it out of the zone. It's kept in by Prior Lake. He feeds it out front, back door, gets off his stick. 5 seconds to go in the power play. He's just going to try to throw it in the corner, and that's going to end the second period. 4-2 after 2. Prior Lake's going to come out. They're going to start the third period with a power play. 1:38 to go. We will see you in about 14 minutes. Thank you. Again, Prior Lake will be on the power play. They have a 1:38 to go. Shots on goal right now. Shakopee 14, Prior Lake 22. Shakopee, however, does have the lead 4-2. Hema, O'Neill, Hensley, Lancette are going to be the penalty killers for the Shakopee Sabres. Prior Lake enters the zone. He's patient with it. Bodied by Hensley. Tried to body him again, but he got around him. They get it up top. Get it set up. They're taking their time. Shakopee staying low. He tries to get a shot, but it just misses behind the net. Prior Lake's able to reset up. He's going to rush it in. He's going to get a shot opportunity. He did the play right before it went wide around. They did the exact same thing. They got it up top, pushed it over. He rushed it in on the right dot and was able to score short side on Van. 4-3 game. Prior Lake capitalizes on their power play. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Gabrick, Fitzgerald, Anderson with Wagner and Schmitz. Prior Lake's going to win the faceoff. He takes it back, goes over D to D. Tries to flee at middle. Schmitz grabs the puck. He feeds Anderson. They're going to have a 3-on-2 opportunity. He fans on it, but Fitzgerald's going to get to it and get a shot off. And it's gloved. We'll have an offensive zone face-off, same 5. Puck gets out to Schmitz. Got up in the netting there. We'll have another face-off, same spot. And they're going to go out. No, they're going to talk about it. 2 refs came outside. 1 ref sat there on the dot. He doesn't want to move. I'm guessing he's saying it was tipped. Is that why they're staying? So puck comes out. Prior Lake's able to get to it. But Wagner steps up, pinches it in the zone, and keeps it in. Anderson's going to get down to it. Here comes Gabrick to assist. Gabrick's going to get it up top to Schmitz. He's going to walk middle and get a shot. Oh, it gets blocked over to the side. Stays in. Wagner gets to it first. Prior Lake gains possession. He steps up and gets through. He's going to come up. He drop passes. Great play by Shakopee. They're going to have a rush. Here comes Anderson with Fitzgerald. Anderson's going to get a shot off. It's going to get gloved. He's going to go around the net, try to throw it out front. The Gabrick, who got a great shot opportunity, but it gets saved. Prior Lake has it. He goes around the net, but he throws it to Fitzgerald, who tries to go middle, gets off a skate, and Prior Lake is just going to ice it. Shakopee's going to change out a few. So we're going to have the Marco, Ian, Dom line with Schmieg and Malmberg. Marco's going to be on the face-off. He wins it himself, goes to the net. That should be a penalty on Prior Lake. There's nothing called. He checked the Shakopee player right into the net. Nothing called. Net gets off the variance, but they're going to talk about it. Variance came off on the goal, so whistle's blown. We'll have a face-off inside the zone. Prior Lake wins it. They're going to go all the way around. Try to chip it middle. And puck gets stuck in the feet of Schmieg. First save by Tam, second save, third save by Tam. Van, sorry, he makes the save. And Prior Lake gets the puck in the corner, feeds it to a guy sitting in the slot. Van looked like he was screened on that one. And we have a tie game. was a tough one. It came out and it just got stuck in Schmieg's feet. And Prior Lake just kept battling and pushing, and they were able to get possession. Van made 3 or 4 saves there, and then Shakopee just couldn't get the puck out. And great shot by Prior Lake. We have a tie game. 12:50 to go in the third period. Here comes Prior Lake, makes a great move. Another great move. Shakopee needs to go for the body. That's a couple times they've come in the zone, trying to just get the stick out and allowing Prior Lake to either toe drag or make whatever play they want there. Van makes a great save. We'll regroup. Defensive zone face-off. Prior Lake wins it. They get it up top. He's going to have another scoring opportunity. He misses it wide. Hema gets to it. He's just going to flick it out of the zone. Prior Lake gets to it. Then no icing called. O'Neill knocks the stick out of his hands. Bodies him there. And here comes Shakopee. He's going to try to get it low, but they can't. Puck's going to go down in the corner. Prior Lake's going to get to it. They go around. They're going to try to fleet up middle. He misses on the pass. Shakopee gets the puck. Lenset has to wait for everyone to get outside the zone. He rushes in himself. Gets a shot in on net. He covers it up, and we'll have an offensive zone faceoff. Gabrick, Anderson, Fitzgerald out there with Wagner and Schmitz. Anderson rushes in, got a scoring opportunity, went off Fitzgerald's skate and it almost actually went into the net. Schmitz tries to put it in low. It gets put off a shin pad of Prior Lake, and Shakopee is going to work on trying to keep it in the zone. Wagner has it. He's going to walk middle, just loses the puck. Puck gets down low. Schmitz is going to get to it. No, they're going to have an icing. $11:30 to go in the third period. All right, same 5 skaters. Gabrick's going to be on the face-off. Tries to chip in the corner. Prior Lake gets to it, and they try to flick it up top. Battle for it in the sidewall. Anderson and Gabrick battling for it. Prior Lake's able to get possession, and here they come. They're going to have a 3-on-2. He's going to try to skate middle. Back pass, but Schmitz is there to try to intercept, but he doesn't get to it. Van with a great save. Great play by Anderson to box him out, and Gabrick's going to have an opportunity. He tries to make a play, shoots it in, but great defense by Prior Lake, not allowing any scoring opportunity to happen there. And here comes Prior Lake on a 2-on-1. Schmitz is going to step up. He feeds it over. Prior Lake just took the lead, 5-4. They got a 2-on-1 opportunity there. Schmitz was calling Wagner over, or Gabrick over to go over to the guy he was going to pass to, and Schmitz stepped up. He makes a clean pass right to the player who was able to connect on the goal. 3 unanswered goals in the third period by Prior Lake to take the lead, 5-4. We got 11 minutes to go in the third. Dom, Ian, Marco out there with Momberg and Schmieg. Ian tries to chip it out to Schmieg, just not able to get it to him. Prior Lake battling for it in the corner. You can tell Prior Lake's got a little bit of energy going, creating some opportunities. It goes wide of the net. Prior Lake's able to gain possession of it. He chips it in low. He's behind the net. He's going to keep skating. He turns directions. Goes back around the other side of the net. Marco comes in to assist with Momberg. And Prior Lake is able to get it. Tries to wrap around. Misses it. Ian tries to flee Dom going, but not able to connect on the pass. Prior Lake goes D to D. They go off the sidewall. Shakopee on the pressure in the neutral zone. They just dump it in. Marco and Ian come off. We get 2 new skaters. O'Neill and Hema come on. Hema gets the turnover, and it's a scoring opportunity. Hema had an opportunity to score, but he kind of lost his edge. But another turnover by Shakopee. Emma's going to get a shot, and it's going to get deflected up into the netting. Good turnover opportunity by Shakopee. You know, I thought Emma was going to get a chance to get that backhand. Wasn't able to. And then the puck was sitting there. Felt like forever for someone to get up and get a shot off, but we'll have an offensive zone face-off. Good pressure by Shakopee. Let's see if they can capitalize. Prior Lake wins the draw. Makes a move behind the net. Chips it up. Good pinch over there by Lancette to keep the puck in the zone. Shakopee's staying with the pressure to keep it in the zone. And they do. Hensley puts it in low. Got 3 flybys go right there. He's skating up himself. He's going to get a shot, and Hensley's going to wear it right off the shin pad. Great block shot. Hensley's going to try to create his own offense. He's going to throw it low in the corner. He chips it off the wall, and it comes out, but it's not going to go for icing, so Shakopee's going to have to regroup. Hensley gets to it. He puts it down to Lancette. Lancette back over to Hensley. He's going to try to skate it up to Lancette himself, who's going to go on the rush. He stops, trying to get more people in the zone. He goes across ice, but it's going to turn over right to Prior Lake. Great job by Lancette intercepting the pass. Prior Lake gains possession of it. They're going to dump it in. They're going to change a few skaters. Lancette's going to get it and try to flee it up to Scott. Tries to go off a skate, but it wasn't able to get through. And here comes Shakopee on the rush. Great defense by Hensley. Decided to body him there instead of go for the puck and made a great play. Scott has the puck. He's just going to chip it up. We're going to have 3 new skaters for Shakopee. Hema's still on the ice. He tries to get a turnover, but Prior Lake stays with it. Pressure by Wagner. Wagner and Anderson there on the sidewall. Battling for positioning. Anderson comes out with it. Chips it over to Fitzgerald, who's going to throw it deep. Anderson's going to be going the forecheck. He tries to go around, puck's going to be out front. Prior Lake's able to get to it. Gabriel tries to pinch up. They're coming in. Body check there, hip check by Wagner. Anderson or Gabriel goes down low. Schmitz is going to try to battle in the corner with the puck. Gabriel and Schmitz are battling in the back wall. Puck comes out. Prior Lake's able to get to it and get a shot, but it just goes wide of the net. They chip it low. Wagner's going to get there. He stops direction, has the puck, tries to get it out, but Prior Lake turns him over. They're behind the net to try to flip it up. Wagner gets it out, and Prior Lake keeps possession of it. He's going to shoot up there, but good stick by Anderson, battling for it. Fitzgerald feeds it up to Anderson, but he gets it off the stick. He's going to go in low. A few change for Shakopee. Anderson battling. Gabriel comes to assist. Schmeek keeps it in the zone, fires it in low. It's going to go in the corner, and then we got a few changes from Shakopee. Prior Lake tries to turn it into offense, but good stick by Gabriel there. 2 Prior Lake guys battle for it behind the net. Malmer goes to pinch. He gets to the defender. He's going to walk up. He shoots it a little high, gets out of there. Good pinch by Prior Lake to keep it in the zone. Prior Lake's done a great job keeping possession in their zone. And they're going to feed it. It goes off the post. Hits Malmberg's shin pad, hits the post. But possession kept in by Prior Lake. Malmberg's going to get to it. He gets pushed off the puck. He goes and tries to wrap around. It goes wide, and Shakopee's going to happily ice the puck to try to get 5 new skaters out there. Pressure by Prior Lake in the last 5 minutes has been relentless. Only 6 minutes and some change left on the ice. The same D on the ice, but looks like Ian, Marco, and Dom on the ice. Shakopee wins the draw. Schmeek tries to throw it up to a skater, but it gets left out front. Prior Lake's going to get to the puck first. They're going to try to chip it in low to the corner. Malmberg grabs it himself, tries to chip it out to a skater, but it goes right to Prior Lake. He gets a shot right in Van's glove. Prior Lake has put the pressure on and has not allowed Shakopee to really escape out of the zone. And it's creating a lot of offense. Dom's able to chip it out of the zone, off the draw. Parlay looks to get reset. Marco goes into body. Stolen by Dom. Dom's going to get a rush. He's got to go through 4 guys, but he gets a shot off. It gets blocked up in the air, and Ian was right there for an opportunity, but it bounced over his stick. There was an opening for the net there. But again, this line has put a lot of pressure keeping the puck in the zone. Comes out to Malmberg. Malmberg feeds it up to Hema. Hema's going to try to go low with it. Dom getting bad on the sidewall, but he's by himself. Here comes Parlay trying to create some offense. It goes off a shin pad, and then Dom dumps it in. He's going to change off, but O'Neill trying to hustle in. Parlay gains possession. They're trying to flee, guy. It gets chipped up. No icing called. Scott's going to get to it first. He's going to go around to Lancette. Lancette loses possession of it. Turnover by Prior Lake. They're going to take their time. Get set up on top. Get a shot from up top. Saved by Van. .4:35 to go in the third, but we got 4 minutes on the game clock. Face off. Shakopee shot it up, but Lakers going to get to it first. Parlayk's going to get it, rush in the zone. He's going to shoot it. Gets blockered off his side, but Parlayk's going to get to it first. Game possession. Looks to feed a guy sitting in the slot, but he comes out to the top. Shoot from the point. Goes wide. Shakopee looks to be backing down from coming up top and letting them get the shots at the point. Take away scoring opportunities. Got 4 guys battling in the corner for the puck. Emma's trying to box him out and body him there, but Prior Lake's going to get possession of it. They throw it out front, but no one there. He's going to shoot from the top. Great block. Great pad save by Van. Here comes Shakopee on the rush. Hensley's going to rush it up himself. Looking for a pass to find somebody. Throws it up front, but no one there. Emma's going to skirt, go around. He makes a move. He loses an edge. And Prior Lake's going to turn us over, and they're going to chip it out of the zone. He had no one to throw to. He was looking to make a play. Lancette's going to feed it out to Lancette. He's going to chip it down the zone. Scott has it. Prior Lake gets it out of the zone. Shakopee looks to reset. Lancette to Hensley. He's going to throw it down low in the corner. Scott's going to come off the ice. O'Neill with the pressure. He tries to chip it middle there. They're going to throw it in low, but it's going to go off a Lancette stick, go into the bench. So we will have a face-off neutral zone. 3:02 to go, but again, we're at 2 minutes on the game clock. Anderson, Gaber, Fitzgerald out there with Wagner and Schmitz. Prior Lake wins the draw. They go D to D. He takes his time, no pressure, just dumps it in the zone. Schmitz is going to get to it. Back pass to Wagner, who has it. He's going to get it up to Anderson. He takes his time. He's going to feed it over to Schmitz, trying to rush up, but he threw it in his skates. Oh, Schmitz gets hit hard into the sidewall. He's down and hurt. He got hit really hard in the wall. He's down. Schmitz is able to get up. Yeah. All right, well, we got 1 minute in the game clock here. Malmberg, Schmieg on the ice. Good to see Schmitz get up after that one. They're going to have to pull the goalie here soon, knowing you're playing against the game clock here. But Prior Lake wins the draw. They're just going to try to possess the puck and take their time. Schmieg with the pinch. Anderson's able to get to the puck, but he turns him over, trying to create his own offense. He stops and turns, tries to throw out front, goes into a skate. He possesses the puck. 2 guys for Shakopee on him. We got 1 minute to go on the game clock. Shakopee's going to rush the puck up the ice. Gets it to Anderson. Goalie's pulled. Gabriel's going to try to get in the zone, and we're going to have an offsides. I don't know what they're calling the ice for. Why'd they blow the whistle? We still have the game clock, so I don't know what they're doing. So we got 25 seconds to go. They got to hurry up and get a face-off here. I don't know why they blew the whistle.
Oh, I thought maybe outside. That's weird.
I thought it was an offsides call, but they didn't. So the puck's going to be dropped with 15 seconds. Battle for it on the sidewall. It's going to have Carlay's going to ice it out of the zone. And he's going to get an empty net goal. I don't know what was called by the ref there, but that just killed all the momentum of any opportunity. There was 45 seconds to go on the game clock. The ref called the game, not realizing that we had a game clock. He was just going off the actual time of the day at 3:45. So with confusion, Shakopee has dropped the puck with 15 seconds. Should have had 45. Prior Lake's able to get an empty net goal. The score ends 6-4. Prior Lake with the win. Next game for Shakopee, we are going to be heading to Duluth for a tournament. And I believe we are at 1:45 on Friday. Thanks for watching.